Yeah, gonna have to be the best we've seen GODSENT play yet to put a stop to this. And that's taxing. You're already 3 maps in, with more to come if you win this. So,
baby,
trying to get cheeky with it. Knife in the vent. He's here. He's waiting. They're crunching the lobby while this is happening, but very quickly, oh, how the tides have changed. It's only Taco left.
Oh, and they've got the info. They're even wrapping Heaven, man. They are in no hurry. Oh, the knife's out. What are you doing? Chasing him down. The walking decoy of Serato runs out hut to let his teammates take that kill. And FURIA, they may have met a knife in the vent, but they don't commit. We see many teams just run into them when they see them. Oh, trust me. Oh, you died? I'll get him. But no, FURIA just double back. The lobby crunch gets denied. Phelps comes back up the vent. It all went from bad to worse for GODSENT. And FURIA, they sneak a pistol round through the net.
Yeah, they're first in the series, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. GODSENT done very well pistols. Even though FURIA have won a lot of force buys, a lot of second rounds.
Inferno was one of the first times we saw GODSENT actually convert a pistol round, even though they'd won all of them up until that point.
Yeah.
But now it's FURIA to try and convert.
And as you kind of talked about in a previous series, like that's funny because FURIA's pistols have been really good this tournament up until the playoffs when they started to lose them. But
yeah, it wasn't until they faced Pain that they even had lost a pistol. They were 12-0, and then they took their first pistol losses in that series. So. Yeah, man, you know, like pistols have been no slouch out of FURIA. Often described as a bit of a coin toss. This team makes it look like anything but. Their conversion stats just as impressive. Converting the vast majority of these rounds.
It's not a coin toss. Call them the house, Harry, because they always be winning. Come through swimming. It's FURIA who sneak their way out ramp. Phelps has dropped down B yet again. Dumal's double back to Heaven. Go B if you want, GODSENT say. Welcoming FURIA into the lower site, now too strong. But even if FURIA do commit, they will be looking to trade their way effectively. Phelps playing close, baited in by Taco at the back of the bomb site. A Deeg shot, are they going to clear close? Phelps, the Deagle spam, lets him down. We've seen that happen to many a man in this tournament. Taco now run down, and Serato cleans him up. So that might just be the round. You're going to throw bodies at the problem, but the problem is bodies, 3 on 5. And the bomb getting stuck.
Oh, yeah, lovely bit of Deeg work out of Lato, but it's only one kill. Dumal gonna nail another as he tries to run away. But is this a doable round? He's got the Mag 7, you know, never a big cause for celebration. And so he does grab the Galil and look to get out of there, but they've seen him running. Oh, they've seen him running, and so they start to run after him. Dumal is living on borrowed time, and there's Vinny to delete him from the round. 2-0 for FURIA. They get the conversion. They break apart the force buy. And so now it's just pistols for GODSENT. And I'm going to be honest, a big part of me is wondering, you know, can GODSENT come back from, you know, mentally from the loss they just faced over on Inferno? Because it's a mammoth task to go 0-2 down and come back in a best-of-5 grand final. The first time we saw that was actually, I getting my years mixed up. Last year, I'm pretty sure, was Big G2, if you remember.
Yeah, DreamHack Masters, first one of the year, of course.
So yeah, it's going to take a tremendous lot of like mental fortitude to even believe and make that happen. And then to top that off, you also have the caveat that you were 12-6 up on your map pick and it came back to fall in favor of your opponent.
Yeah, and that's where Laz made some good points on the desk. You know, he was talking about how, you know, it felt like if maybe GODSENT got ahead of themselves. They never felt like it was slipping through their fingers. We were worried after just a couple of rifle rounds for FURIA, and those pauses didn't come out until it felt like it was too late, until the game was tied up 13-14. You know, the money starts being a problem for GODSENT. So they need to get on top of that. If they see this game slipping, they need to start, you know, taking breaks. And considering the ideas that Taco has, he's got to be able to pull more out in those kind of moments. So let's see. Right now, it's first gun round. It's par for the course. It's GODSENT with an orb. Serato spam through a smoke in the door. And Art walks through one of his own. He gets seen by Taco, trying to chase him down. They had a bit of a rivalry at the end of that first map, and Art will continue it by taking him out. And Vinny even drops Dumao on the spray. Both players 10 health, so it's not going to be an easy round here for Fury, but they're getting weird with it. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, there's not really much you can expect Art to get away with here, right? You only have the element of surprise for one kill, and past that, it kind of disintegrates. Like, the moment you let them know where you are, they're going to start to piece together the options of what could be happening.
Save?
Yeah, might just look to get out of there with the orb. That might be the best case for him. Or deny the orb.
Yeah, I like that. Did they hear something? Here they come. Oh. He doesn't even give them an AK this way, but it's not by design. He wanted to probably go back and get that other gun. Oh, they're quick, but they don't check. Oh, they do. They grab it last sec. That's a nice steal for Barton, keeping the AWP that Art tried so desperately to get out of the round.
Yeah, nice that GODSENT are on the board right away, right? Also going to force a bit more respect out of FURIA, because they did just try rushing them down at ramp. There wasn't really too much flair on that one. They come back in with another bite. What's the call going to be here? They blow the door off right away, look to put some damage down range, but it's actually Dumao finding the opener from it.
Ironic, isn't it? Art tries to get rid of it, and he's the first to fall. To fold to Taco falls down below. Lato again spams K-Serato out of the door smoke. Keeping up appearances here are GODSENT. Keeping consistent. Smoke going to go down on ramp. Taco, he's not worried yet. He's got teammates to come and help him out. The orb covers his cross, and so he knows, oh, okay, well, actually, he knows nothing. He's been naded out from behind the bomb site. Dumao needed to hit that. Can't afford to go down now, as it would leave Furia in a fair position. 3-on-3 now. If they can get the plant, this could flip on its head. Ramp flank is quick, but Phelps is dead, and it's Lato and Barton. Vent rotates to get this back. Ooh.
Okay, that one's given over for free. Drop swings into it, and Lato goes on to double up. Vinny now left all alone. Bomb planted wide, so he is able to keep somewhat of an eye on it from ramp, but it's not ideal. Flash goes out. He wants to try and deal with the decon player. They molly the ramp. Vinny peeks in it, but now they know what side he's going to face from next. Both players just keeping an eye on it. Now on the bomb, trying to get Vinny to swing this, and while he does damage, it's not the killing blow that was needed. Lato, the savior of that round there, the savior of GODSENT, keeps them in it and makes that retake happen.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, right? Like, first player just gets a bit weird with the angles on the edge of the site, but then Yuri tries to climb up. He's just exposed to the door at that point. It's 3 kills for Lato. I don't know what he hoped in this second kill here. He just has his back turned. What? Maybe it's the A1S. Maybe he didn't know where he died from, right? Because the first player just got spammed on the edge of the smoke, and they could have thought that it was double door, which was open, but very weird round there for Yuri. Poor Vinny can't convert, so GODSENT getting a couple of rounds here, warming into the CT side of Nuke. But that's a bit of re-aggression that gets punished. It's Vinny to take down Phelps. FURIA now have B control. Taco's got to drop that rotate. They hear it from above. They can walk the ramp room right now. Dumao comes in from hell, but he pulls a nade at the first sign of contact. Caught off guard, perhaps. They drop into lower. Taco gets one, but he's traded swiftly after, and Dumao stuck in a 1v1 to fight for his life at the ramp side. He's got a flank, but it's too late. Yuri might even get out. Doesn't need to, does die, but bomb is planted, and GODSENT might have to save.
They hear Art coming to hunt, and Barton trying to get tricky with it, doesn't want to part with this AK. There's no way Art checks this. There is no way. Doesn't happen. Oh, he does, but Barton still gets the kill, so it's fine.
Oh,
even trading the AWP out for a Galil.
Like, one thing that no one wants the AWP, but if that's your only option, surely stick with it. I guess you're also getting it out of play, right? You know they don't have the money for it, and the only way they do is if you start losing it and giving it over, but still a surprise to see that Art wants to keep it fresh and funky with the rifles.
Something I will say is, like, already For GODSENT, these wins and even like the general kind of feel of this is it's more scrappy than nukes we've seen out of the team previous. I can imagine that kind of comes with the territory of being 3 hours deep, 2.5 hours deep into a best-of-5 grand final where you're this, back on the ropes. You're really starting to feel the struggles of this game and that exhaustion that comes with it. Flat ramp rush, and Taco's only good for one. There is still a second player here. They weren't ready for Doom out. He should be able to get away scot-free, so he tips it in the advantage of GODSENT and then lives to tell the tale.
FURIA even being flanked now. Barton's actually walked through the smoke and he's not activated yet. He knows he could be holding him. They weren't, but now they are. I was wondering if they would know about Doom out because he was the one who threw the molly and got the assist in the first place and the kill feed, but FURIA with other focuses. Doom out's reaggressing. He's in the smoke, Vinny's holding it, and so Dumao won't stay forever. They have them boxed in. GODSENT know exactly where FURIA are right now. Dumao, if he dies, he opens up a path into B, but Lato is behind him back at Silo, and if FURIA try and go up, try and go elsewhere, they've got to clear out Barton. That won't be easy either. Great patience for Barton to still be here. He could have activated at any point. They will not be ready for this angle. If they are, props to him. Vinny won't clear, and that's a freebie for Barton. Now he can attack, drop with a headshot, and takes the Galil as well to try and clean up the round. Perfect play out of GODSENT. They don't rush it. They wait for FURIA to walk into the den. And this clutch is a tough ask.
Yeah, pretty tall order for Yuri. Even if he tries to route to heaven, they're still holding for that. They're still bearing that contingency in mind. Phelps up in this position, and Yuri's just saving it. 14 points of health, doesn't even want to give it a go. Could die after time. If Phelps looks down the ladder, the kill's right there, but he won't. Won't tempt fate. 3 on the board for GODSENT. They stop that ramp rush. You might be kind of saying, oh, well, why did FURIA try that? That's them trying to, deal a bit of a KO, a bit of a knockout blow. Right, get in the minds, get in the hearts of GODSENT early on. I was going to draw a little comparison to this earlier. It's like in the Wilder versus Fury fight, like how wild that got. And it got to the point where, you can just see the exhaustion setting and everyone's just trying to go for those knockout blows, those knockout punches, and that's what this game is right now. FURIA know that they're in pole position and they're trying to do the dirty to GODSENT, running them down up on the A-bomb site. Re-smoke in main, but a fast flank from Taco looking to activate through the hut. Hang on a moment.
They could drop Ven right now. Taco won't give them the room though, chasing Vinny and closing it out. GODSENT very quick to deal with that top rush for FURIA. It's a bit of a weird one. The running deagles, the body spam. Still see people trying to use the deagle like the deagle of old and still getting to terms with the fact that that just doesn't work, and I think that's probably going to affect the purchasing of that weapon. If you're going for these quicker rounds, you will want P250s, you will want Tech 9s. Keeping it clean for GODSENT. Oh my goodness, Arts. He's not even got armor, he just wants to get a pick outside. A Krieg on top, and look at the result. It speaks for itself. It's worthwhile for Art. But can you do much with this? Because it's still 4 Glocks. Or 3 of them, rather. Yuri makes it down. Dumao's already here. As long as someone can just trade the pistol. Because that first gun is irretrievable right now. Haven't got the garage control. Art's trying to craft a path to it. Trying to get his team in position, main player. Tucked in left side, and Art's checking everything, man. This is such a weird round.
Yeah, you also, if you're GODSENT, you don't really know what the situation is in this round, right? Like, you've only seen a Krieg so far, and you might be thinking to yourself, like, how have they managed to squeak a bye together here? And so maybe you're being a lot more respectful than you necessarily would if you knew it was Glocks around this Krieg. It's given them room to retrieve the M4, and they're going to keep silent walking down towards B. GODSENT giving a lot of respect, and this is one where you go back and watch it, you see they're on pistols, you maybe come to regret giving them this much room.
And there's self-doubt here because GODSENT, they had Dumao in lower. Look at where Dumao is now. He was at bottom secret. He was where FURIA are at the moment. Now he's regressing ramp. And now you realize, okay, no, it wasn't a fake play. It was actually a B play. I'm going back. I made a mistake, but I'm still here in time. And he thinks he's cleared lobby. He has not cleared lobby. Drops Glock is going to come in late on the backstab. It's still optimistic to presume much out of a Glock in this round, but can they get the plant that would set them up for success? Drop is running a rotate right behind, and they're not considering it. Taco gets spammed out. We need a bomb plant immediately allowed by Vinny, and guns to be gifted over by FURIA. This little Glock buy with a hero Krieg might work after all.
Yeah, these two remaining players, both armorless, both scared and both trapped. Drop is the guy that has to win this round, essentially, right? Vinny is kind of a lamb to the slaughter here. You're saying to Vinny, like, look, see how many you can take with you. Drop's going to be there to help you every step of the way. That M4 makes first contact, and oh, with the swing, it's Vinny to actually steal it. Drop with the second, and they find it with Glocks and a hero Krieg. Not even armor in play for FURIA.
So much room given over, and that bit of doubt, Harry, that rotate out of lower for Dumao, thinking maybe, just maybe, with FURIA going cold outside, GODSENT never try and get info back. They're so scared of the Krieg that has just torn their first player out. Even the Heaven guy drops into the bomb site, and so, yeah, just completely conceded outside control, and you never knew that FURIA had everyone down B the entire time. Even the Glock backstab for Drop, not heard running behind Taco. A very strange round that GODSENT are going to come to regret, but they can't waste time thinking about it now. Now they're the ones who are broke. Pistols are plenty. Art's already made it down vent, of course. Was this an outside run or a vent drop? I'm presuming the latter, because it was so quick, but it's not like we have a yard player. Just Phelps in main, who was getting spammed through that smoke. Art's cleared a lot of the map. Dumao has missed the timing coming down. And Art could even flank ramp. I'm surprised he's not doing that. That goes up close. Or even hearing a tag might be enough to, yeah, take him down. And Art now, he's in a perfect position because he can kill these rotates that don't even think he's here. He won't take the shot. He will take the knife. That's one way to get in their heads.
Yeah, no, this is beautiful work. Yeah, you know, they're going to chase down Yuri. They chase down one of these lurk players. But all that really does is seal the deal on a save call here for GODSENT. And, you know, when I talk about this idea, like FURIA trying to deal these knockout blows, it's all these little mind games that are just trying to tear down at the probably already exhausted and already demoralized GODSENT with the whole situation, right? You're getting knifed in the third map. You're getting knifed, staring down the barrel of a potential 0-3 grand final, right? And it's all these little things. It's like, you know, this is not a one-to-one example, but I'm going to the extremes.
All right.
It's like when Refresh 1v5 with the Galil, man. Like, that 1v5 in itself wasn't the actual, like, winning round, but it won them the entire damn thing because it just crushed Team Liquid. There was no getting back into that game once that round had happened. And they look dead come overtime, man. Yeah, and so these are like all the little things you're trying to build up. You can't do it with one round, but with a couple of rounds here and there that are just flat out disrespectful, where you're just winning on, like, merit. You're out positioning your opponent. You're destroying them. It's all these little things that eat away at that confidence and that belief that you can actually make the comeback happen here.
There's actually a video that I think it's on Tarek's channel where he talks to Stewie right after that happens, I guess a few hours after that happened, and it sheds a bit of light on, you know, the little 3-minute pre-overtime break and the mindset of Liquid, and, you know, how we were casting that. It didn't feel like Liquid were ever alive after that happened. Didn't really show much in OT, did they? So yeah, check that out. I'd recommend it. It's quite funny at the same time. Tarek, the content king, strikes again, but FURIA are looking to strike this A site. Smoke's getting set up, but it's a heavy stack for GODSENT. They've got 3 top. Barton in the hut, traded after 1. It's a bit of an early warning that FURIA are committing, but the ramp flank is in as well. Taco, if he activates early, right now smoked off, could be a way back in for FURIA. They're just going to commit. Second kill is theirs. With the main smoke down, Dumao gets up the vent. That makes a bit of room for his teammate, but Dumao cuts down 2. They're going to spam the vent. Surely, yep, Vinny finds him, sees the barrel poking. Phelps they know about, Taco they don't. He smoked deep radio earlier, so they're considering it, but just checked for Queserato. Taco's hit the perfect timing.
Yeah, Queserato might just be dead here without even a say in the matter, and so Vinny has got to come up in the clutch. They've given him room to get the bomb down, but that's all the room you're being given. They know where he is. They know they've got him trapped. Vinny needs something huge here. Gets the reload off, wants a full mag come fighting time, and with only one guy creeping up into the site, Vinny does have a chance at the 1v1. He wins that out. Phelps can't trade it, and Vinny, good for the 1v2. Keeps FURIA up in the lead, trailblazing a path for that 3-0 grand final. 7-4 now with FURIA squeaking that one past GODSENT. You thought that guys like Dumao coming up through the vent had done enough. But Vinny, with surgical precision, able to engineer a way to win that one out in the clutch.
It's all the check deep, right? He sees Phelps is really far away, and he knows that he's going to get given a 1v1 to essentially win the round. He can just stall Phelps out after. Vinny, sick clutch, 15-5. Hero of this map right now. FURIA have had all the space they want. They've not even had to run outside smokes. Think about that. It's 7-4. We've not seen smokes out. Vinny's just picked a player on ramp, and they try and boost vent, but then they see a player dropping down. Lato's killed Queserato, grabs a gun. Art gives him that at least, but it's all temperamental. He's going to backstab eventually. He even hears a couple go down vents, and now he just makes a call. Guys, come A. Top's pretty clear. Dumao has smoked from heaven. Do they realize Art? Oh, it's only a P250 at least. It could have been devastating otherwise. And so, yeah, Art gave them the gun, but he took their round. FURIA can plant up on A. And Lato's already thinking about saving. Vinny hasn't moved a muscle. And that's 2 for him.
Yeah, man, no, this is starting to get scary now. Like, FURIA are running away with this, and GODSENT can surely feel that, right? It's one of these things as well where, like, FURIA, they still have the ability to have fun in this matchup in the sense that, you know, like, they can go for these cheeky knife kills. They can go for some audacious plays. They're not under the mountain of pressure of needing to go on a, you know, not just to come back here on Nuke, but then do it again on Overpass and then win out Ancient to take the series. Like, for GODSENT, the task is monumental. It's almost hard to even envision. For FURIA, meanwhile, you know, they're getting closer and closer to a victory. And with each round that passes, with each round that goes their way, they're getting fired up. They're getting into this. And for GODSENT, you know, it's all starting to dawn on them now that this trip to the finals might be a quick one with FURIA showing up in this fashion.
Yeah, you gotta love it a little bit for FURIA, right? Just a dose of reality. No, we're the kings of Brazil. You guys don't even come close. A quick upper hit slows down, but then Queserato pushes as a smoke blooms and Phelps going through. Not going to happen, not going to be allowed. Off the back of the flash for Barton, he was already dead, and Barton's not far from that world either. Dumao does come up vent. Don't know how he continues to put up kills from this position, but look behind the vent. That's where your real problem exists. Drop sees the climb up, knows about one more as well with the reload out. Drop does get ducked on, and now it's a 2-on-2. FURIA could just drop if they want. They know they've killed the lower player. Taco's coming back up heaven, and FURIA slowed down. Wait on the reload. What will they do?
Oh, they're going to vent drop. They up and leave. That is such a shame for GODSENT. They were getting fully poised for an A-side retake. Now, at least, right, because Dumao's heard this info, heard the vent drop, Taco's able to very, very quickly reroute from the lobby in towards ramp. But it still leaves these fights separated, so they've got to coordinate these peaks, and there are some angles that Dumao just can't get help clearing. Taco can at least be patient here. He can wait for Dumao to get some real estate, get set up, and look to come in together. He's trying to peek ahead of it. Dumao's actually getting wrapped, and with Taco dead at ramp, oh, Yuri's got the knife out.
He's just trying to get faster. He ain't doing anything silly. He just wants the round until, I mean, when they do it like that, you've got to take it. When they backwards walk into you, no one's shooting that.
Yeah. And so, man, you know, now you've been knifed twice in the last, what, 3 rounds of play. That's not a nice feeling if you're GODSENT.
I really don't think he was trying to go for a knife until he saw the guy literally
Yuri isn't
backward.
normally a knifing player, right? But we've seen him get away with some cheeky stuff in this event.
Like, that's on a platter, mate. That is, yeah. Just asking for it at that point. Backstab, 9-4. And GODSENT, almost nothing to show here on the CT side. They've got a little broke by now, waiting for the last of the half. Vinny's still got this Zeus, which I'm pretty sure has just been shuffled between players. Initially purchased by GODSENT. Zeus skins when? Now FURIA, they've done all these quick pops, right? These top hits that have come out lightning fast, and now they go back to these nice slow defaults where they bleed out the already limited supply of utility that GODSENT have. One more smoke. After that one goes indoor. And now FURIA recommit outside. Again, they've not really got any util themselves, but they've got the firepower. That much is clear. Phelps has to back out. Crossing to blue, hits a timing, but needs some pre-fire. Deegs are climbing up and over. Phelps needs to be a hero, needs to hit something miraculous. And that's not going to be it. Arch shuts him out. FURIA, 25 seconds. They've just got to walk out A.
Yeah, it's all they have left, but... Oh, yeah, with the opening kills going their way, Dumao and Barton having to hold the line. They've got them both trapped in the site. 10 seconds as that bomb's moving in. The Deagles deliver a double. Are they ready for Barton? They don't know about him. He can win the round right now. The Drop's going to cover. Drop has got Vinny's back. It's all on to Taco. He does retrieve an AK hidden in that smoke. Is Vinny the planter? Drop tucked on in, and Taco, this is a winnable 1v2, but it was never going to be easy. He's got the free 1v1 onto Vinny, but Vinny just swings out and fights him. And so it's double digits for FURIA, 10-4. Heartbreak for GODSENT. These rounds, they always feel like you have a reason to believe, and then FURIA snatch it away from you.
He's 20-5, man. And the second, Taco holds up forever because he knows both players are on that side of the site. He knows he has them both trapped him. One of them might want to get out. And as soon as he moves, he gets peeked by Vinny. Barton as well, man. Good play. You can't say anything about it. Backside bait to try and stop the bomb plant with 10 seconds. If he gets that kill on Vinny, he wins. But Drop, great heads-up play to still check backside, even after you've already taken a kill there. But yeah, this Drop is looking like a real talent, and wasn't convinced in the first couple of games for FURIA, but the more we see, the more comfortable he looks. His individual prowess is showing off as it already has in this series, back on Mirage especially, and we've had some great games out of him. We don't have to constantly, nice shot, go into, like we did with Junior, and go in and talk about communication problems and other things that may arise. It's inexperience, but playing just around these Brazilian legends is only going to help you pick up more and more things to work with, more and more knowledge.
Yeah, and I can imagine for guys like Drop, like, don't get me wrong, you're probably blown away that like FURIA, the team that you're on, that you're playing with, these guys are legends. But also right now, like you're beating two household names from Brazilian Counter-Strike. Taco hits a one.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's one. He gets the knife, and Taco's out of there trying to level the playing field on the knife count.
Mate, like, if that's a side stab, if that's a right click on the side, it doesn't kill, and suddenly you're just regretting it. Even Taco waited a second, doubting it before he took that frag. I respect it, but boy, is that scary. Don't try it at home. Taco's a trained professional.
FURIA running fast down towards Secret. The bomb is the last to try and make it across, but he will. Dumao hits the leg. Not the killing blow that they wanted. Time is of the essence for FURIA, though, and so Dumao's trying to pave a path to a 5-10 scoreline, to some sort of recovery. Oh my God, the bomb having to go down. It will find it with just seconds to spare. K Serato manages to get those numbers plugged in. This was a 2-on-4, now a 1v3 for Yuri, and this is one that GODSENT have got to win if they want to have any chance of making a comeback happen. Yuri waiting in double doors with the swing. The first man's down. How many more can he take with him? Both GODSENT players already running across, looking to try and find him. They're getting stuck on each other, but Taco will lock in the frag, and so 5-10 is solidified. GODSENT at least have that to hold on to going in to the series. You're now asking GODSENT to play the best CS they've played all night, hours deep into this grand final.
It's not going to be easy, but it never was meant to be. GODSENT's T-side against Liquid was lovely on this map, but Pistol Round could just decide it all if Drop ends their lives here at Ramp. Him and Keserato, a couple each. And now just Dumao, forget what you had planned. It's already out of the window. It's already been thrown into the washing machine. Dumao, while he knows Art's cornered, he's got the dink at least, maybe a quick kill, but they still have the bomb. They have every hope, every chance of taking this first.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're asking Dumao to 1v5 ace clutch. It's a very big ask, and with so many bodies facing him at ramp, he's in for a bad time. This is FURIA looking to leap ahead to open up this second half of play. Right, GODSENT might have been great in the pistols on those previous two maps. It hasn't come to matter here, because when we get to Nuke, where it really starts to matter, FURIA have won them both. And they were able to find the conversions last time. I've got no reason to believe anything different right now.
Yeah, Phelps as well. He's had a great series, but he's gone absolutely cold in this map. 4 kills to his name at half. Getting a lot more out of Drop than we, ever were in those first inaugural games for FURIA. Really coming into his own. Vinny 20-6. Here we go. Force buys in. Even FURIA have taken full ecos in these second rounds, giving it a bit of respect over to GODSENT, but that's out the window now. GODSENT want to try and flip the script early as they can in this map. Little flash out door. Gets swung open. Vinny on the rafters. Keserato blind takes out the first, and the molly pushes him into Vinny. He only gets one, but the guns are here to clean up the mess, and it's a mop-up. It's a mow-down. 1-on-4 for Dumao, and no bomb to play with either. The longer he waits, the more that smoke fades, and Yuri can get involved as a reload comes in. So does Keserato with 3. 12-5, and with bodies being shot, FURIA are sending a statement to Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, with more Brazilian players than ever at the major, with the Brazilian region, like being the ones to rep NA in the grand final as well, right? FURIA are trying to lay any of those doubts to rest that they are not that top Brazilian team that they once were, right? They want us all to know, plain as day, the FURIA are the guys to keep an eye on come that major. Just pistols now for GODSENT. And FURIA, they didn't struggle versus more. They aren't going to struggle versus less. Outside is a massacre as they go up onto 13. Damn near guaranteed.
Ooh. Get whatever Ds you like. I don't think it will be enough. Yuri's just going to swing. He knows you've seen him. He does not care. Taco last up. 1-on-4. These are the kind of rounds you pull knives out, but not for the newbie. Drop's just going to shut the door on his face. 13-5. And it all feels like it's coming together here for FURIA. If GODSENT have any statement, any say in this series, it has to come in right here, right now. They showed a great face on Inferno. But their, oppressive T-side on this map might never find its form, might never find its footing. Not if they lose this gun round.
No, that's the terrifying part, right? It really does hinge on hitting the ground running and putting a stop to this FURIA machine that has just been whirring out of control. Yuri going to extend that advantage back in favor of FURIA again. The response denied from Dumao. It's Taco to equalize the playing field and then take it one step further. This little hot aggro from Taco has netted them a double and flipped the script. FURIA now left a man down. Yuri falls into Taco's den. And so Keserato now needs a 1v3.
Yeah, I mean, you got a kill in Hut, but you don't expect him CT vent seconds later. Don't count Keserato out, but with the Heaven plant coming in, I mean, it's not in yet. That's the thing, they're waiting for Heaven to get taken. Now it's been cleared, Lato can stick in Keserato. If he didn't see legs, someone called them. Surely, as he gets swung by all players, all fronts, as Taco wins the round with 4. Sick one out of him. Just brutalizing his way into A, and FURIA immediately call a pause. Again, I want to touch on that because it's something that GODSENT just have not made use of really in this matchup. You know, FURIA, it's their first, but they've been really in control this game. And they're just going to try and squash this bug before it eats any more of their marmalade, as the common saying goes. So FURIA, who can still rebuy, can invest, could even get a glass orb if they want to be weird and wild with it. Going to try and shut this down before it gets out of control.
Yeah, with all these SMGs in play, part of me even wonders if maybe you see like some kind of lobby crunch look to come through from FURIA. You know, they've been wanting to send a bit of a message throughout this game so far. They got the weapons for it if there ever was a time. Keserato poised on the hut roof. Here's all this utility coming over and is anxious that this was going to be a fast A play. They start to spill out. They get a bunch of players down through the vents. And so already GODSENT have got that bomb down towards B and 4 bodies with it.
Very strange round, but they're going to try and follow down the vent. Oh my goodness, he survives. Do you full save here? Like, it wouldn't even be a bad call. The fact that Art has swapped guns makes me think they want to go for it, but no, they move away, and a unicorn round begins. Dumao and Silo, we saw this against Liquid, who tried to rotate Secret and got ruined by this exact hold from Dumao with a triple. FURIA won't make that mistake. They won't even get involved. Can they all survive, though? And yeah, it looks silly, but I actually kind of like the call. Yeah, you won't let that happen again, though. You will not let GODSENT get a vent dive off for free. Now that you've seen it, now that you've been burned by it. And yeah, it just means that FURIA are gonna have some fun in spawn and get a better buyout. Get that util polished off so you can stop exactly that happening again. Unicorn round. First of the tournament.
Yeah, don't get them often, but when you do, you're always left wondering, how'd this happen?
Damn right, buddy.
6 between them, right? And hey, you know, I'm never, after the 6-12 comeback earlier on, you know, you got to give the respect away at GODSENT to have some faith that this squad can pull it back.
See, the reason you know this game isn't done is because Harry is saying right now that it isn't done.
Yeah.
And that's pretty key clarification. Back to the vent. No way they get away with it this time. Dumao's still on Silo again. They get down and they get the entries. In fact, Taco hanging around behind the vent has doubled up before he's dropped. And so forget those rotates. They're not coming. Not now, not never for FURIA. If they kill Phelps, that might have tempted them, but they don't even know that he's now in the position that Taco just died from. FURIA, I really thought maybe they made the call like, yeah, they won't do that again. But they did not have the util down. Look at the amount of utility left up for these players in terms of, you know, nades and mollies. Don't get me wrong, GODSENT have a good vent dive. Like, they have the smokes and flashes. We see how FURIA get pushed out into main, but even having double nades there, even having a guy spraying this smoke, it could completely tear that apart. So, surely they won't do it again.
Oh, Jesus. I was scared Art was going to take one of his wild peeks outside, but doesn't. So we're all good. He's
running
just
from the bomb. So do you vent dive 3 rounds in a row, Harry? What would you call here?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to try and predict this one either. Maybe they do. You know,
Dumao's got the silo spawn.
The case that you would make for it is like, you know, this is how the mind games begin, right? You just hit them with the same thing over and over, and it gets to the point where eventually FURIA are going to overcompensate for that.
Yeah, they throw the same or similar nades at least to feign that kind of play, but Dumao had the spawn, so he goes lobby instead. And the rest of his team walk a contact outside. This is what we liked out of GODSENT against Liquid. They had lots of different switch-ups. You never really knew which round they were going to go into. Nice shot out of Art. Good reaction as Dumao drops on his head. Little peeky from Yuri, and it's not gone well for him. 4-on-4, they get the wrap to hell, but you know that FURIA are ready for this. Usually you'd see a lobby take at this point, but Drop's moved up from ramp, giving that up to try and stop this heaven rafter climb, and Phelps is ready for the re-peek, covering Taco's attack as FURIA sit back in the bomb site.
They're not able to take lobby either. They're just having to play from within the site, double set up. Oh, it's a little bit awkward, especially with GODSENT changing their mind and starting to move through hell to ramp. It's going to be the B play. Oh my God. Now, you hear this if you were in the A site, right? Which two players were. FURIA have pieced together that this is the lower take. Art's already down here. And if he's able to stop this bomb from getting planted, that would have been huge. But instead, the kill belongs to Phelps. He still sat pretty up on top of the silo, watching for someone to come swinging in. Serato and Vinny looking like they still want to give this a go. They're still poised to try and make this retake happen, but that smoke has really locked you out of the round. Serato now can't find a thing from window.
Oh,
Vinny's tap might re-entice you again. It's a 2-on-2 all of a sudden. You've got cause to believe this. You spot the ramp play. You know that Phelps was up on top of the rafters. You clear out the silo. In comes Vinny with this M4. And Serato's tapped out Lato. Oh, Phelps thinks he's got the kill, but he hasn't. It's all falling apart. FURIA, it's close, but the round is theirs. That's a 2-on-4 out of Serato and Vinny.
Yeah, the heavy hitters right now of FURIA. I cannot believe they get that done. Even Lato fighting first as Phelps repositions, but not just that, the spray. If he finished the job, he would have had it. He would have had the round in the palm of his hand. Vinny was even ready for the silo position as well. They had no info. They saw him on rafters, and after, Art dies down B, you feel like, allowing the bomb plant is enough there for GODSENT. But Phelps, he gets cleared, and he is going to be hitting himself after that one, still at 6. GODSENT at 8, but FURIA, that was a round that felt like a lock-in for GODSENT, felt impossible. Art back down vent, denying these drops yet again. And oh my goodness, that might just stop the comeback in its tracks from ever happening. In a different universe, it's still going. In this one, it's smoke spams for Yuri, and they're going to go down into Art, who won't let them any further. He doesn't want to keep it quiet. He alerts them with his presence. That molly does damage as well as Phelps gets blocked in by his teammates. Even a re-smoke. You can molly all you want. There's no way you're going through this. Oh my goodness, they do. Traded after one. And Drop is hiding out down lower. You've not even played ramp if you're FURIA. You're giving it up in so many rounds. Drop just leaves and plays that B heaven rotate. And GODSENT have yet to figure that out and punish it. Drop might get caught repositioning, but up in the rafters at the right time, looking to anchor down lower.
Oh, Drop could stop the plant. He could, but he doesn't want to give up his position.
Oh, no.
That's the shot he tries to take.
Better than nothing.
Lato hoping he can even this out, but instead it's Yuri and Vinny to close it. 15 now befalls FURIA. They're wanting a quick silencing in this grand final. They're wanting to lock in a first place at IEM fall.
And you got to give it to them. This has been an incredible FURIA all tournament long, right? We never got that FURIA Liquid matchup that many wanted, but hey, Liquid didn't earn their spot here. GODSENT did. Safe to say, and FURIA have made them look like fools at times in this best of 5. Almost said best of 3, but it's over in 3. At least if FURIA can convert. Dumao on the T-side AWP. None needed for FURIA. Rifles have gotten it done. The vent dives have been the only way in for GODSENT. They're lining up late smoke, something FURIA didn't even care to use in their T-side, and they went on with a dominant first half. Yuri's out behind red. GODSENT have had a lot of out control for free. If Art can draw some attention, Yuri can drop the entire round, maybe drop the entire series as he takes 2, thanks to the help of Art. Still that silo AWP they know about, and they don't need to re-peek. Dumao has to back off and reset in the lobby, and FURIA have already gained that info.
Yeah, this immediate clear outside from Art is huge. Now he does get spammed out by Lato. But as you say, you're piecing together where this is all looking to end up. It's going to be a ramp crawl now for GODSENT. You mentioned Drop's been giving this up a lot of the time. Well, not in this round. He's holding on. He knows that this could be his moment.
But is it? Not the guy you want to walk into. Vinny of all players. Acer Otto's reinforced upper and the molly is warning. Do they go down vent? Like said, it's been one of the only ways in for GODSENT. You've got this much real estate, why not do it?
If they commit, they go into the double hold. If they drop vent, it's perfect. They fight forward. But Vinny, the unknown entity, the X Factor, back of the site. There's the bomb drop. Vinny can't follow up. So a chance now with that bomb looking to go down. Drop, throw it into this clutch. Maybe it is his moment after all. Dumao dead. Drop. One left to find, and he's locked it in for Furia. It's flawless in the grand finals. Drop to get it over the line. The young gun from Furia Academy is the guy to clutch it out